Hello Cancer, Donna here, and welcome to your May 2020 Tarotscope. So I feel overall there's just the sense of calm. Right away I see that this overall energy for the month of May, represented in this last card, is green, and it makes me think of the heart chakra, the concept of being heart-centered, and I feel that there's a lot of heart-center energy that's going to be available or occurring in the month of May for you, whether you are already feeling that you are operating and you will be operating in heart center, or that you feel that heart center energy and it brings you peace and calm. But there's definitely heart center, peace, calm sort of vibe for you in the month of May. So right away we have the Temperance card, and this really brings that concept of balance, but balance from the concept of not equality, not equalness, but balance as in how you have a balance in seasons, and from that you have what ends up being the entire year. How you have, when you bake something, you might only have a cup of sugar, but a cup and a half of flour, even though it's not in equal components. Together, the combination with all the other ingredients of other measurements is what gives you the perfect cookie or the perfect cake or the perfect bread or whatever it is that you're baking. That's the sort of balance Temperance is talking about. It's realizing that not everything is exact equal for balance. Sometimes balance means that there is more of one and less of another. So there's a lot of that energy that's going to be happening for you, and I feel like it's more of a realization. It's not so much that you have to seek it. It's not so much that it's a lesson you have to learn, as much as this is going to be a realization for you. You'll have already sort of done the work, and you'll already be feeling this sort of balanced concept, and one day you'll just kind of have an epiphany or realization of, oh, that this is what's going on. That's how this works. This is how this should be applied. This is how this is, making itself known or present in my life. I feel that there's a bit of emotional aspect with this, some sort of emotional concept as far as how this is applied. So as far as the balance concept, there's emotional, it's rooted in an emotional thing. Not so much love and relationship, obviously that can factor in, but I feel this is very much an individual emotional thing that's going on. And this seems, why that is because I'm told to look at the fact that this being is standing in water, and there's a balancing flow of the water. So he's inside and outside of the water, and as well as the flowing of the water from the cup to cup, and it's just reminding me or telling me that this is an indication of the emotional aspect that is in this concept of balance that you're going to be facing. Now, along with this balance of emotional that you're going to come across through the month of May, we have the Seven of Swords energy and an overall sense of something being stolen. And this one's a tricky one in that I'm not getting a distinct explanation of what this means, as much as how, when you are facing whatever it is that you're facing, there's going to be moments where you feel like something is being taken from you, and what it is that you feel is being taken from you is seemingly abstract, which means it's not like you can say, I had this physical thing and this physical thing is not here anymore. Let me show you how there is this spot where it used to be and how that spot is now empty. It's abstract in that you can't really say that. You can't say, here's the spot where this thing used to be. And this is reflective in the fact that the swords that the person is carrying, they're all shadow. They're not distinct like the two swords are in the front. So what's being stolen from you is something that's abstract. Ideas or thoughts or things that aren't physical or tangible. So it's a little harder to explain, which makes it tough when you're going through this experience, because if no one else sees or feels it, it's hard for them to understand your perspective of it. This is something that is going to be something you'll have to work on, as far as, do you try to explain it to people around you, or do you just work through this on your own within time periods that you have by yourself? For the most of you, this means that you'll probably be working on these things on your own in sacred space with your guides or ancestors. Some of you may have those handful of people who think like you do and who see things the way that you do, and you can have the conversations with them. But for the most part, there's not like a rallying of people to say, I saw that this thing was stolen too. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that what it is that you feel you're being robbed of is a tangible or is an abstract thing, not a tangible thing. So this can play a part in the emotional aspect, but it's not the big key to that emotional aspect that I found that I was getting from the Temperance card. But all in all, despite all of this, we have the Star card, which has to do with that, the North Star, that guiding star, that star that leads you when you're trying to navigate wherever you are, be it, on ground or on water or whatever. The North Star can be a guide. I mean, obviously it was historically used predominantly with sailing, but you get the point. that navigation that's available to you, but externally and tangibly, but still kind of sort of abstract. So it's not, like someone's giving you a roadmap and say, go here this way. You still have to rely on your personal senses. You still have to rely on your personal understanding and comprehension of what you are seeing. And you're going to be experiencing that as well. But there's going to be this gift of hope that comes with that. When you realize that guiding star is always available, you can always turn to it, no matter what you're experiencing throughout the month of May. This is going to give you that comfort that I was talking about in the beginning of the video, that heart center comfort, knowing that through it all, it's still going to be okay. You can still feel assured that you're moving in the right direction, and to give yourself hope, like providing yourself that internal hope. So to wrap it all up, like I said, the green card that I mentioned to kind of give you an overall sense of the month of May's energy that's available to you, we have New Time, which is inner calm and balance. Again, it's just validating everything that I had already said regarding this month, and how despite things that are happening, you are just aware of that heart chakra, heart space, calm and inner peace that's available, and it really just helps you to guide yourself so that you don't lose your cool. All right, Cancer, that's all I have for you for the month of May. I hope May keeps you well and in good spirits, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.